Hello everyone! Today on Binky's Gaming Thoughts, again with the same makeup because I'm doing this on the same day, which you guys obviously figured out. We're going to talk about something pretty interesting that I'm actually psyched about talking. Today I have my notes on my tablet, but this is something that came up the other day when thinking about your comments. So let's get into it because I have theories about the colors of lyrium. All right, so lyrium, the substance that gives magical users their power, that we know now is Titan blood. Mages use it, Templars use it, dwarves mine it because they're basically immune to it. Well, they're basically immune to its effects. Until red lyrium came along. Pure lyrium is blue. That is pure, raw Titan's blood. So pure, raw Titan's blood is blue. Humans consume it. Elves can consume it, although they don't need it. The Dalish don't use lyrium, while mages use lyrium. Templars ingest it. It can also be used to make someone tranquil. So it's used in the rite of tranquility. Dwarves have only so far been affected by red lyrium. From the idol that Bertrand found, he heard it sing. We've seen red lyrium be used for evil purposes. Humans being forced or coerced into ingesting it. They're not immune to it, obviously. And the idol was made of raw lyrium, raw red lyrium. The raw stuff, even pure lyrium, is dangerous to touch and can explode. And it needs to be mined very carefully. So it was actually Malcolm Svoboda who mentioned in the comments the possibility that red lyrium isn't necessarily evil. And from that conversation spawned so many ideas about the colors of lyrium. So this is where my thoughts sent me. Malcolm says that it could be not necessarily bad if not forced upon someone or used by evil beings, and also spoke of a possibility of a green lyrium appearing in future games. Green is the color of the Fade, associated with the Fade, also with elves. Elves used to be immortal. Perhaps their closeness to the Fade before there was a veil granted them their immortality. Perhaps there exists a Fade-touched lyrium that is green. We've seen Fade-touched, weapons, Fade-touched this, Fade-touched that. So it wouldn't surprise me. And perhaps this Fade-touched green lyrium is best used by elves, and elves can use it without harming themselves. So as much as blue lyrium harms an addict, a mage doesn't use it the same way. I would therefore associate blue lyrium with mages and the magical arts, but with humans as well. Red lyrium is blight-tainted lyrium, as we know. We have always associated, most of us anyway, the color red with the Maker because of the colors associated with the Andrasian chantry. But what if red lyrium is meant to be used by dwarves? Then that would make green lyrium meant to be used by elves. So the Andrasian chantry also has another color associated to it, a kind of white-yellow. For the light, a yellow-white lyrium could then perhaps come into play. Who would then be safe to consume this white-yellow lyrium? Who would it be meant for? I can't exactly guess, but what type of lyrium would it be? Well, not pure, obviously, not blight-tainted, obviously, and not Fade-touched, that's for sure. There's also another color associated with blights, that perhaps the lyrium is not so much blight-tainted but affected by maybe the fear demon, or another powerful being associated with blights and darkness. And that color is black. And black lyrium could be meant for darkspawn to consume. Now, that would be interesting, wouldn't it? Do you see where I'm going at here? Yes, you do, because I put it in the title. But where I'm going with this, if you've played Magic the Gathering, the card game, then you can probably already guess the link. So in Magic the Gathering, there are 5 colors. The colors for mana, and they're lands. So you have green, blue, red, a yellowish kind of white, and black, sometimes depicted purplish, like with a hint of purple in it and stuff. These colors are associated especially with land cards. You pay the land cards to play either the creature, the spell that's of that color. So the land cards that give you the mana of that color, of course, this is not including any colorless, and maybe there is a colorless Lyrium, who knows? That would be interesting. That would be going into even beyond realms that I've explored. And I wonder how it would be affecting, who it would affect and stuff like that. Who would be able to use that colorless Lyrium. But anyway, so back to our lands and our colors and Lyrium. So the colors represent different types of land cards. Green are forests, an association in Thedas made with elves, and in MTG as well. Red are mountains, hence my association, other than the fact that the dwarves were affected by it, that they would be associated with dwarves, and that the fact that dwarves are immune to regular Lyrium, and dwarves dwell in the mountains, and they come from the stone and the rock, they're in the mountains. Blue are islands, so an association with humans perhaps. White is for plains, also could be associated with humans in this case, so maybe mages and non-mages, so blue for mages, white, yellow, white for non-mages, representing perhaps other races as well. And so maybe the reason Templars get addicted to Lyrium is because it's blue and it's not their color of Lyrium and they're affected by it. Maybe they would be better off with the white-yellow Lyrium if they knew it existed, if it exists, obviously. And black is for swamps. We know that Darkspawn loves swamps, but they also love the deep roads. The Blight and the Archdemons are found in the deep roads, so if red is not for dwarves, then what is? Which color? And if red is associated with the Maker and red Lyrium is Blight tainted, is it then not an indication that the Maker is a being associated with the Blights? Or a Blight tainted being? Oh, I would love that. Such revelations there would be. So, different colors of Lyrium affected by different things, the Fade, the Blight, etc., and meant to be used by different peoples, humans, mages, dwarves, elves, darkspawn. So another note is Cole comments in Emprise du Lion that red Lyrium is very angry. And later he says that it's less angry when it's cold, meaning it's even angrier when it's hot. An angry titan. But it does indicate as to how the substance might be worked for it to be safer for consumption. On the rocks, it's better cold. So imagine regular Lyrium, cold or boiled, how that can change its potency. The red Lyrium, cold or boiled, changes its potency. So let's recap. Blue Lyrium, pure Lyrium, meant for mages or humans. Red Lyrium, blight tainted, meant for perhaps dwarves, or come to think of it, Kunari, who also have red associated with them, and have yet to prove any vulnerabilities to the substance. Green Lyrium, fade-touched Lyrium, meant for elves to consume. White-yellow Lyrium, meant for someone else, perhaps Maker-touched Lyrium, it would be. Perhaps for non-mages then, like Templars. Or people of any race, non-mages of any race, and Lyrium mages of any race. And then black Lyrium, darkness engulfed, or possessed Lyrium, possessed by fear, meant maybe for Darkspawn. So let me know what you think about white, yellow, and blackish lyriums, what would have affected the lyrium to be like that? Who would it be meant for? Do you think there would be a colorless lyrium? I'd love to know your thoughts on this and on my MTG analogy and my little Magic the Gathering references. Does it make sense to you? And how would you associate the colors with the causes of the change in the color of the lyrium? What made it this color? Which beings would that color lyrium be meant for their consumption? But according to me, this is how somehow Magic the Gathering gives us clues about the hidden truths of Thedas. And that's where this short little video ends. And I will be continuing Threnodies in my next video. And I have another interlude for a really fun one before the conclusion of Threnodies. And I have a few other things that I'm going to be doing as well. So you got to be sure to stay tuned for that. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so you can be the first to see all my videos. I love your comments. Be sure to like the video. It helps people find it. And you can follow me on Twitter as well. And I'll see you all soon. Masaranas. Be sure to check out some of my other stuff, and remember to buy video games at a discounted price and support me at no additional cost to you. Just follow my G2A affiliate link. To learn more how that can help you as well, you can watch my full explanation video on that. Thanks for tuning in.